Conforming to odd behavior. The hypothesis that is going to be tested is the larger the size of a group of people engaging in odd behavior, the more likely others will conform to that behavior. Conformity has been studied in the field of psychology for a very long time. The term conformity, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, is behavior in accordance with socially accepted standards. Social and behavioral experiments are extremely important to the field of psychology. Understanding why people behave in the ways they do in certain circumstances give us a small glimpse into other larger scales of destruction. The study of conformity is going to look at how individuals react when put into a group setting in which they experience others exhibiting odd or strange behaviors. The experimental design that is going to be used is a controlled experiment not done in a laboratory setting. There will be 2 experimental groups and no control group. To set up this experiment, it would be done in the way of an event. An event would be created and would be looking for individuals who would like to get to know people who enjoy the same activities as they do. The Confederates participating, whether they are the group of 10 Confederates or the group of 5, they will share the same activities and hobbies as the individuals in this experiment. These activities can include photography, writing, design, or art. To choose the participants, they will be chosen from young adults, male and female, around the ages of 21 to 29. They will be asked what kind of activities they enjoy, such as the ones mentioned previously. 4 individuals will be randomly chosen. 2 will be in the experimental group with the larger amount of 10 Confederates, and 2 will go into the second experimental group made up of 5 Confederates. The Confederates in both groups will also say they enjoy the same activities, which is why they're at the event. The independent variable, which is the variable that stands alone and is not changed, is the one we are trying to measure. The independent variable in this study is the size and actions of the group, as well as if there was any pressure to conform. The dependent variable, which is what you measure in the experiment and is what is being affected during it, the dependent variable in this study would be whether or not individuals conformed. In the first group, made up of 10 Confederates, they will start off acting normally, talking and chatting, before their behavior slowly grows odd. Some odd behavior will be randomly breaking out in dance, not speaking over a whisper, and getting very close to people as they talk to them, which invades their personal space. The first individual will enter, and their behavior throughout the experiment will be recorded to see whether or not they were conformed to this strange behavior. After the experiment ends, their results will be recorded. That individual is then free to leave, while the second individual is sent into the experimental group with the same 10 Confederates. Their behavior will also be recorded and they are free to leave. This will be done again with the second group, but this time there will only be 5 Confederates. The findings we will be looking for include how long did it take the person to conform, the body language or facial expressions before conforming, as well as asking the individuals why they did or did not conform. My predictions for the experiment is that people will conform to both groups because we do not realize we are conforming. Those in the smaller groups will conform quicker and easier than those in the bigger groups. Why? Because bigger groups, it is easier to feel more hidden away and less upfront when participating in certain events. In conclusion, although I think people conform more in bigger groups, I believe the results of this experiment will show the opposite. I believe that those in smaller groups will conform quicker and easier than those in the bigger groups. The reason for this is because in smaller groups, it is easier to get to know people one-on-one and thus will be easier to join in. With bigger groups, it is easier to feel more hidden away and less upfront when participating in certain events. Here are my references, and I hope you all enjoyed.